And then here we go. How to make beef jerky with my father part 2. We're ready to get the meat soaked. How long did it soak?
It soaked for about 30 hours.
30 hours. So now we're gonna get it on the rack and get it in the smoker.
All right. So you see, we cut them into, because my butcher let me down, we cut them into strips. So what you need to do, this is a rack out of my smoker. I've already done one of these, and you just lay out your meat so that it can touch, but you don't want it overlapping, because of course that can cause the meat not to get smoked. You want to start? So I want y'all to see, excuse me, daughter-in-law, I have a clean shirt on. Last night my wife watched the video and said, "Well, baby, you have dirty clothes on." And I looked at her and said, "Of course I had dirty clothes. I hadn't showered in a week and I stunk like a skunk living in the center of the road. It's called the revolting man."
This is funny. Mariah just put up a video today about women doing their laundry. You might have to have Mom watch Mariah's video.
Got to put them closer because there's a lot of meat here.
It wasn't all about women doing their laundry, but I think that was the anecdote that started the video. All right, let's take a break here while we finish this rack.
Well, before you do that, somebody had asked a question about what you can smoke.
Weed is not the right answer.
Yeah. Yeah. So there's recipes out there to smoke everything from beef and pork and chicken and turkey to bread and eggs and ice cream. There's actually recipes for smoking ice cream.
How do you smoke ice cream? I have to hear this.
Well, there's a process that's cold smoke.
It's not that cold.
Yeah. Well, it's anywhere from 68 to 85 degrees. So anyways, get these closer, boy. We got to fill up the rack. So you can smoke just about anything. The thing that was interesting to me was, like I shared yesterday, was you can buy spices that are pre-smoked. And it's the same process, you just use a cold smoking.
We did get a comment about how terrible those are and carcinogenic and avoid them.
Over here.
Make up your own mind about all that.
Yay, there we go.
Now, to answer that carcinogenic thing, the fact is I've read several things that say that smoked foods, eating too many smoked foods causes cancer. So if you can get cancer anyway and you can make it more flavorful,
you might as well enjoy your food.
Yeah. No, it is your call, but there are many things in life that will
cause cancer.
Cause harm.
But that commenter did talk about making your own.
Yeah, they just said don't use salt with from the Worcester sauce. What's his here sauce?
He was saying
that just use
molasses
regular
and
sauce.
salt, which sounds really good. And since we're of course trying to reduce our economic activity that benefits the corrupt system we live in, that would obviously be the thing for the revolting man to do. Not give Monsanto any more money than they already have.
I wish I'd have bought Monsanto stock when I was a young man. All right, so this is our rack. Okay, if you'll follow me, and you can Google at my Ducati if you choose to.
Which one?
Okay.
Wow.
Let's get a look in there. How long has that top rack been in?
Well, it hasn't been in smoking at all. I've just
that's right.
I did this afternoon. So anyways, this is a smoker. It's one design. My neighbor designed and built this. I have a neighbor that's one of those guys that can do about anything. Firebox should be separate. You can buy smokers, so they start around $200 and go up around $22,000, depending on how serious you are about smoking. You can see this one is a fairly good sized box. It's meant for doing some pretty serious smoking. If you close the door and then you close down the damper on top, now all that smoke stays in the box. Okay, so the farther away, if you read any Mother Earth kind of stuff, Zach, you got to pull.
It's too bright. Yeah, there you go. That's perfect.
If you read any Mother Earth kind of stuff, you'll find plans for building smoke houses, and you know they suggest that the firebox be 10-15 feet away and you pipe it in, because that way you can cold smoke or hot smoke or whatever you want to do. So we've got our jerky in there now, and I'm going to let this go for a while. I've already put rub on my brisket. We'll show you that, and then we'll throw the brisket in here and we'll begin this process. That'll end sometime tomorrow around 4 o'clock in the afternoon. Hey, we spoke a little earlier about prepping the brisket. This is a 17-pound brisket here, and what you see on it is a rub. I like to put a little oil on it so that the rub stays. In this one I have black pepper. I use this honey hickory rub, and then sea salt, cayenne pepper, and ground garlic. And I just mixed it all in this thing, and then I went over and I rubbed it in on all sides. You want to get all sides covered with the rub when you do this. Now I'm going to carry it out to the smoker like this, and I'm going to put it on the rack, of course without the paper, and then we just...
What piece of the cow is a brisket?
The brisket is the underbelly. It's this whole thing. So that's, you know, this is going into the belly and the flanks and everything. This is as close to the breastbone, I guess, as you can get. So, but it's a tough piece of meat unless you smoke it. You know, you take hours and hours and hours and you cook it, and then it turns into just this delicious piece. This paper is parchment paper. The book that I use, this is the guy that inspired me. It's called Project Smoke by Stephen Reichland. He says that he uses butcher paper, but I couldn't find any butcher paper. So this parchment paper is what bakers use, and they use it in pizza places and everything. It doesn't burn. So let's go put this in the smoker. So take the paper off, put this bad boy in the smoker. There's a fat side and a lean side. You put the fat side up. Okay? Hopefully this stuff will be done in, I don't know, maybe 4 to 6 hours, and then this will be done after 12 hours of smoking. So,
what wood are we using?
Okay, now woods you can use, so long as it's deciduous or hardwood, you can use just about anything you want. Well, you know, there's, again, the books talk about how apple and hickory and mesquite are probably the best. I've got a lot of oak. I've got some, this is the little stack I'm going to use, and it's oak and maple, silver maple, because that's what we have a lot here in northeast Georgia. Last year I had a huge stack of hickory. That's what I burned. We heat with wood, and that's what I burned all year long. Unfortunately, I didn't think ahead and didn't save any of that hickory. So hopefully that bunch of wood's going to last me, so I don't have to go into my personal firewood before I do this. I've also got a bunch of small limb wood because the firebox isn't that big. So for the rest of the night, I'll be coming out every hour, hour and a half, and tending the fire. So let's see how this turns out.